Alright guys, the next death battle is going to be between Venom and Bane.
What do you get when you combine an angry man and a black goo monster, both hatefully obsessed with the same guy? Most just call him Venom.
First off, you guys should know that my first favorite superhero of all time is Spider-Man, and my second favorite superhero of all time is Batman. So you can imagine I am excited for this matchup. I do personally feel like this is an uphill battle for Bane. Like, I think Venom has the advantage as far as powers go. Bane is really just a human being, and Venom has pretty much been given a superpower via the symbiote. The alien has basically given him a crazy amount of power. Not to mention, he was already a very physically strong human before he completely got vamped up by the suit and the symbiote. But to be fair, I know a lot more about Venom than I do about Bane. So let's look into the feats and strengths and powers of Bane outside of what we saw in The Dark Knight Rises, which is pretty much the only thing I could go off of. So this is some of the research that I found about him. So looking on the Batman Wikia, you guys can tell me if that's a good or bad source after you see this video. I have discovered quite a few powers from Bane that would be quite good and useful in this fight. I'm gonna exclude the ones that would pretty much be completely useless. For example, I don't really care to list that Bane is polylingual. Like, I don't think him speaking French to Venom is gonna do much harm. So yeah, I'll list the powers that actually matter. So as far as physically goes, Venom is about 10 times the physical strength of Bane. Eddie Brock with the symbiote can lift 30 tons, whereas Bane at his max lifts about 4 tons, 3 or 4 tons. So Venom is approximately 10 times as physically strong as Bane. I guess that is not everything, but it's a huge deal for this fight. Let's look into his other abilities. So despite appearances, Bane is actually quite fast, and I guess not despite appearances, he's very durable. While Venom might outshine Bane in the physical strength and speed categories, I do believe that Bane is quite intelligent and he has a lot of mental assets that would help him. So let's look into those. So Bane is obviously a genius, possessing plenty of genius level intellect in several areas. Let's start with his eidetic memory. So Bane can remember things basically crystal clear. He may be able to use this in the fight to notice certain patterns. Like if he notices that Eddie Brock Venom is getting a little annoyed or hurt or expressing some sort of pain related to sound, he may be able to pick up on that and exploit it as a weakness. That's a fair argument. Bane also possesses an exceptional knowledge of history, medicine, science, and various other fields. And yes, he could kind of pull from this knowledge in the fight, depending on the circumstances. I don't know, who knows? And a really also helpful mental tactic that he could use is his ability as a masterful escape artist. That will also help him for sure in the fight. So now to look at Eddie Brock's version of Venom and compare him to Bane. So I'm going to be excluding Anti-Venom for at least the first part of this description, as I think Anti-Venom would completely fuck up Bane in a fight. But let's just start with explaining Eddie Brock base level Venom that everyone knows. Okay, let's give you guys a brief overview of Venom's powers. So he can generate his own organic webbing, similar to that of Peter Parker's Spider-Man. Eddie Brock could lift 700 pounds before he was anything, before he was bonded with the suit. So you can imagine Venom's strong as fuck. Lifts 30 tons. The symbiote can make Venom invisible, and he's essentially a shapeshifter. Also, the suit makes Venom insanely durable, surviving gunshots, blades, stuff like that. It also has healing properties over time. Venom also possesses great agility. So in my opinion, guys, the only chance in hell Bane has against Venom is using sound and exploiting Venom's weakness to sound to beat him. In which case, it's kind of hard to say, because how in the fuck would he know that, right? Like, I think Venom would have, like, whooped his ass long before he would have even picked up on the fact that he's weak to sound. Like, what, he's not studying Venom before the fight. But then, if they're going to allow Venom to be anti-Venom at any point in this fight, I guess I would beg the question, how the hell would he just randomly turn into anti-Venom? Would there be explanation needed? But if he did, he would annihilate Bane. In conclusion, though I'm insanely excited to see this fight and I want to know what Screw Attack's gonna do with it, I do not think this is a fair matchup. I think Bane is outmatched heavily by Venom, and I think they should have put him against a more even match. But, you know, who knows how this fight's gonna turn out. I'd still probably be shocked to find out a way in which Bane beats Venom, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this was entertaining for you guys. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I would greatly appreciate it if you gave this video a like and you subscribe to my channel, put a comment, tell me what you guys think, and thank you so much again.